Itong ginagawa ni Cesar. You know this? Series. Magkano lang to, Cesar? Wala pang 5 pesos? 650. Sirens. Yung ginagamit sa hospital. Di ba pag magba-blood test? Ano yung needle dito. Tapos then your blood comes in and then you have your blood sample. Well, this is used also to suck white blood, not just red blood. The white blood from this, no? You open this and the meat appears. Okay? You don't need a needle anymore. Ito lang, pwede na. Isaksak mo lang doon. Okay? And then ay drop.
Ganon. Rekta na.
Si Cesar, itong ginagawa ni Cesar. No needles. And then, si Cesar, pagkatapos noon, kukuha siya ng straw, shoot niya ron, ubusin niya yung after getting the eye drop. Mahirap ito matigas nga, sabi mo matigas So, mas effective ito yung water ito. Kasi yung eye drop mo, puro chemicals yan. Ito, natural chemicals. Kaysa rito. Pero maraming nutrients compared with yung Wilkins mo, walang nutrients.
Clarification lang please, so let him finish. Just clarification or repetition if you don't understand.
So he's asking how safe is the coconut water to use. I think it would be nice if we share with you the history kung bakit rin-recommend namin kay Cesar yung coconut water. He has a problem with his eyes, and also for other people with dryness of the eyes, they use artificial tears. Sa mercury drug po, di ba, 500 plus ang artificial tears. So sabi ko sa pasyente, hindi lahat affordable or minsan parang tinitipid mo sarili mo kasi ang mahal-mahal. Now, for you to feel safe, there is a lady anesthesiologist sa St. Luke's. I met her about a decade ago. Her father was operated on sa eyes and was using artificial tears. Siya yung nagturo sa akin na meron pala dun sa Chinese drug, yung Tianjin. Imagine, compare 500 pesos to 15 pesos. O di bigay hilig, hindi mo tinitipid sarili mo. And then, bakit kami napunta sa coconut water? Kasi it's either, pag ikaw ay pasyente talaga, meaning long-term treatment, hindi ka dapat aawa sa sarili mo. So, use the coconut water for your eye drops, and then enjoy the coconut juice.
Okay,
and you can share it.
Finish your presentation.
One final.
Okay.
What do we do with the 4 billion liters that is thrown away every year in copra? Now, can you compute, please, 5% of the 4 billion liters? Is that 4 billion? 1,000 million, 4 billion. Okay? 5%. We just concentrate it in ordinary walk. Right there, beneath the coconut trees, where they do copra. So,
10% is
200 million liters. Coconut soy sauce. Is that true or 20?
200.
Tama?
10% is 400.
Okay. just at 100 pesos per liter. No, kanina 200 eh. Okay. 200 million liters times 200 pesos. Ganon din. How much?
What's that? 8 billion. Any other number? 4 billion. 4 billion. Times 2.
40 billion pesos. The farmers will earn 40 billion pesos. And businessmen, they double it. They buy it for 100 pesos per liter and they sell it for 200, 300, 400, 500 pesos per liter. What's that? That's agribusiness and countryside development.
Okay, is that it? Can we have a round of applause if you're through? Okay. Okay. First question is, how do you mass process this? Mass processing, so the whole country can...
Mass processing is, our principle is small is beautiful. We don't need a big processing facility like Peter, Paul, and Franklin Baker. Did you know?
Kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Who is this guy? Senator, please introduce.
Okay. Teka muna.
Franklin Baker processes 1 billion nuts a year. No, 1 billion nuts a day.
Okay. Why don't they process the water?
Well, they are.
Yeah.
They have a process called concentrate. The same, we do 5% concentrate, but they use hindi kawa. They use what we call evaporator, vacuum. When you vacuum evaporate coconut water, unlike yung toyo natin, kawa, you concentrate it to 5%, 10% or whatever. The color is not dark. It's like the natural color. So that's coconut water concentrate, and they sell it to US, Pepsi Cola, Gatorade, and all that. And there, outside the Philippines, the coconut water concentrate, they lalagyan ulit ng tubig, i-mix, tapos ibebenta, drink. You get it?
Yeah, okay.
They reconstitute. They concentrate first the water, then they sell it concentrated, and then the buyers, they reconstitute, drink.
Okay, small is beautiful. How can you standardize it and the quality control?
Every farm, village, every barangay, sitio, they have their own processing. All the water that they collect, they process it. We have evaporator. They also have evaporator, but it's called kawa. This one is 20 million pesos. Ito, 400 pesos.
400 pesos kawa? Hindi, kawa. 2,000 na yun. Yung steel kawa. Are you talking aluminum kawa? Or
Yung binibili mo sa palengke, kawa.
Oh.
O merong 600, mas malaki. May 600. Yung kawali, 100.
How about how do you prevent pollutants or somebody who who wants to dilute it and
By the way,
quality control?
even if it's in the farm, a small village, it's like this room. It's closed. And they have kawa, and they have smoke, you know, everything complete. Naka-tiles din. But there will be 10,000 processing stations in 10,000 villages. Actually 50,000, because in one barangay there are so many.
So how do you standardize it? Be sure that the product is standardized.
Standardized.
Huh?
Kompleto sila, meron silang thermometer, meron silang lahat ng ano.
But is there any kind of certification that the product
The
is...
farmers, they have a cooperative, and they have a certification. The certification runs like this.
Okay.
We, cooperative farmers of blah blah blah, we hereby certify that this is organic, natural, blah blah blah.
And that is adequate. Okay, gentlemen, please questions. Okay, Cesar first, and then yeah, please. Please wait for the mic. Okay, and then Dean.
3 minutes lang ito, Mr. Chairman. I would like Jun to correct me if I'm mistaken. I first met him when he gave the first talk. And tinutukan ko siya, and we had lunch at UCC. And since then, I think I've gone to Coconut House 10 times. His driver is giving me acupuncture, referred by Jimmy Galveston. So I just didn't do it. There was a doctor who certified. Dr. J. Ambalada said for me to shift it from needle acupuncture to laser acupuncture. Again, there's a doctor. But just to clarify with Ernie, we're not really looking at selling to the big mills and all that. What excites me here is that we'd like to be there on the village level. Of course, there are issues still to be documented, and this is where I'm trying to help Jun. Jun, please tell them, I've sat down with you twice. I've sat down, first is to document the processing, and second time is to document in a 1 hectare. Tama ba? I've sat in twice. But I'm not good in documenting. Here, kasama niya si Efren de los Santos. Last week, when Ray Canglion was talking about... yeah, it's here. Chris asked him, what is the testing for 10,000 village lands? So, there are things already moving. But what I would like to, and what I'm nagging Jun, is to document. What I'm leading to now, so early there's a difference. We're not selling to the biggies. We want to give the farmers as much income as possible. And Dean, correct me, 2 or 3 weeks ago I asked Dean, can Dean head a coconut industry development network within this MAP ABCDF? Because she is our grandmother, historian, fortune teller.
She's my grandmother, godmother.
Godmother, I'm sorry, godmother. She's been there since the founding of VCO and all that. I think from here, hopefully, may I suggest we develop a coconut industry development network. Ray is here, Jinky is here, All Asia is here. So there are already elements which can support the small farmers. Okay? Yesterday I was with Dr. Willie Dar, and surprise to surprise, PCA is still thinking of bidding out something to develop a coconut industry roadmap. You know?
Yeah.
So that was just as recent as yesterday, wherein what has PCA been doing all these years? Anyway, but anyway, let's not go into that. So I'd like to end. It's more not so much of a question to June, but a suggestion that perhaps through this meeting we can already have a coconut industry development network. So it's more of a network rather than forcing anything.
Excellent, good idea. Yeah, okay. Okay, accepting the responsibility?
Yes, I
Okay.
have already.
Okay. Oh.
Because, the lady from CIF, okay, I've worked with Ed Amistad, no? What Jun is offering is very controversial. You know, Ernie had in our water press conference, Jesus Araiza? Okay, alright. Now, merong masasagasaan dito, yung mga copra mills and no. So this is a bombshell, and I'm glad that we will start with the village level. Okay. My personality is the past 23 years, I have worked with BCOP, UCAP, Jun Lau. He had his first Coconut Congress last year. He invited me, okay? UCAP has BCOP there, okay? But he has also the millers, the traders, everything that moves in the industry. I can start the research with Yvonne Agustin. Who is she? She has been the executive director of UCAP for the longest time. So when it comes to accessing any information, Willie Dar was with Ernie in our water crisis. Okay, I talked to him. I attended the ASEAN Agricultural Forum, which he will orchestrate October of 2019. I told him I will help there as a spokesperson. The thing is, we have to be very careful kasi babanggain ni June yung concept niya ng co-connector and everything, yung mga co-prop people. So we have to be very careful. That's my advice to all of us here. So if you can get me aligned to Ed Amistad, the president of UCPB was my co-vice president in City Trust, Joey Makadaeg. I can ask him, why aren't you supporting the farmers? Okay? We will have to talk with Ed Amistad, who has the foundation of UCPB and CIIF. We need their help. Instead of just offering scholarships to the children of farmers, why don't they enable and fund what we're trying to do here?
Yeah, I
Okay.
am with Ed Amistad.
Mhm.
Good.
The foundation actually has the scholarship program. In fairness to UCPB, which was tasked under PD 755, because they are now at Universal Bank, they have to follow central bank rules. That's why they could not be the bank of the coconut farmers, because they cannot take on more than normal credit risk. They have to follow BSP rules. So they set up the UCPB where I work, UCPB CIIF Finance and Development Corporation, which is helping the coconut farmers.
So you are now the
Yes,
right
yes.
party. Okay, we will work together because I have worked the banks for 26 years. In fact, if you were telling me that you will not assume that role, the immediate past president prior to March 1 was Cecil Borromeo of DBP. She's been sent back to Land Bank, and I'm gonna knock on the doors of Land Bank and DBP.
Yeah, I
Because
know that.
when will you be a real development bank for the country and not a piggy bank of some certain people?
Yes.
That's
why-
one of the challenges we face.
Okay, but from MAP ABCDF, well, Cesar, can you run with the ball now and in coordination with it? Yeah. Okay, with the godmother. Okay.
Danina.
Okay.
Donna.
Okay. Okay. Any questions? Okay. Okay.
I would like to follow your lead all the way, all right? Okay, I will follow you until the end of the earth, right? Now, if you recall in this meeting, if you recall a few months ago, I said the coconut industry map is no good.
Yes.
You recall that? I had a small meeting,
Yes.
right? Okay, fine. And now, with Mr. Gomez's charisma, he's convinced him to head it, we'll follow you. Now, let us, in another meeting, not here, smaller meeting, we look at the details of how to do it, right? Now, just to let you know, I'm head of all the industry roadmaps in the Philippines for PCCI. My roadmap in cement is 10 million pesos. I know this stuff. And the roadmap stinks. Now, they're gonna do it. If I know how they do it, they're gonna screw it up again. They're gonna have local people and do a survey, right? So what I want to do is follow what Mr. Gomez has done, right? You accept the job of being the spearhead here with her as spokesperson. Do you accept the job? You'll be the
He's
chair of this thing. No, who is the head? You or you? Who is the head for this project? Ikaw.
Yeah, I'm Cesar.
Yes. Yes.
I know there's, I know you. You're brilliant, but who is the head of this project? You or you? Who?
No,
Ikaw na, ikaw? No, I want to know the head. I want one head. You?
Yeah.
Okay, Cesar. Then I follow you then. Now, I am really interested because while you have the bankers and all that, I have the farmers, right? The people who march from Davao to get the levy, those are my farmers. I have the farmers, right? But more importantly, we need his genius, right? Okay, fine. Now, I like the small thing, right? Okay. The only reason I want the big guy to come is for us to understand, from his point of view, if you have your friends close, you have your enemies closer. But this guy loves the poor. So we just have to figure out where his story is and where you come in. But I'll tell you this, no? Okay? I have experience in business, right? I'm a businessman, right? Okay. And I want his genius to spread. And I like your idea of small. But I want to make sure when we do the small, we do it right. That's why I want you to have to be my leader, right? But I will tell you, we gotta do this big time, right? What I mean by big time, small, but I want it to go not at a snail pace, but faster. One is franchising. There are many techniques, right? So I'd like to declare here that I'll follow you to the ends of the earth, provided, I have one condition, our guardian angel is him, right? Okay?
Yes.
Because he loves the small farms, right? So that's it. Thank you.
Our objective is to overhaul the industry, to look at it from a different point of view and approach.
Stop
Yeah,
creating
okay.
jobs for the farmers.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Get out of copra and into coconut oil. Okay? Yeah.
Just
Go
a
ahead.
minute, things.
Yeah.
June, in my discussions with him, says we can work with the biggies, right? With the big ones.
We can work with
The big
With the
ones?
big
Yes,
boys,
yes.
with the big
No,
boys.
no.
With
Let's
shifting
not work with the big ones, no.
Shifting to fresca.
Let's not work with the big ones.
Okay.
We cannot.
Okay. The other is perhaps with the Coconut Industry Development Network, we can parallel the roadmap. So whoever is given the contract for the roadmap, the network can parallel it and do that.
build on that.
What if it's a different roadmap?
The roadmap is already done, FYI.
Yeah.
It's there.
lousy.
It's
I mean,
already
yeah,
there.
Yeah,
It's
it's
there.
lousy. I thought you were not here. I am pissed off at it. First of all, I know roadmaps. I know the 34 million roadmap with the BPs. I know my cement roadmap. We gotta go really smart, right? We gotta beat these big guys, right? And I'm just telling you, sir, with you as a guardian and him as a leader, we'll do it, okay? We cannot do everything here, but we're gonna be like Jesus Christ said. While we're gentle as doves, we'll be wise as serpents. We will beat these guys, right? Okay? Okay.
If I might build on Ernie's, no, I worked with him in Philippine retirement. And Philippine Retirement Authority, who gives you the visa to stay here from 30 years old till you're old and gray. It was 1985. There was an executive order when I worked with Ernie in 2006. We made a difference until we ran out of funds, of private
I
funds.
went from 80
Excuse me.
million to 190 million, okay? I
Excuse
did
me,
that
excuse
80
me.
to 190
Are we
million in
talking
1
of,
year.
excuse me, are we talking of a different roadmap here, Jun? You've got your own roadmap already, right? It's different from the roadmap of the CIIF, right?
The roadmap of PCA is already done.
Okay.
It's already there.
Okay.
Kaya lang gagawa pa raw sila pero actually ginawa na. And number one program there is COPRA.
Still.
That's why it's different.
So we have
It's
to
already
run
done.
parallel.
Now, can I give a challenge to MAP ABCDF?
Yes.
This is challenge. Let's walk our talk. This 100 square meter space, let's put up a coconut processing. One model, 100,000 lang ang capital. Ito, ganito kalaki. Kung papayag yung missionaries, dito na. Palagay ko papayag sila. Okay. 100,000, it can process 5,000 nuts a day. At ang income natin is 2.5 million per month. Net.
Per month, hindi
Araw
per
kayo.
year. Per month.
Per month. Oh, just 100,000 pesos investment. We need a space as big as this, 100 square meters. We will process it.
Ano, tayo na rin
Yung
magluluto.
equipment.
Tayo na.
We'll have truckloads
May
of
workers
nuts.
tayo. You can watch, you can join, no problem. But then, this will be enclosed in glass. So you guys, doon kayo sa labas, manood lang kayo ron. At doon, merong 8 personnel. 8 lang. No? They will process 5,000 nuts a day, 2 shifts. 2.5 million.
We only have permission to be here for 2 hours a week. We have to use it for the whole week.
Sir Ramon,
No, we'll give one half of the income to the missionaries.
Sir Ramon, can I build on what has been said? No? Since 2006, I was trying to work with government. They had plans for an integrated Philippine coconut processing plant. Not Franklin Baker, not Peter Paul. There was one on Quezon, but it was going to be built on top of the Smoky Mountain trash place. How can you have a virgin coconut oil on top of no? So what Jun is, let's try to respect why he wants to run parallel. Wag na nating kalabanan ng PCA. Let's just, as Ernie did, we had Philippine Retirement Inc. It was a group of private businessmen that was going to help General Agripay build the hotels, the restaurants, all the support systems for retirees to choose the Philippines over Thailand and all that. Let's just work as a private with Agri. Now that the lady from CIIF is here, if you're gonna help us work with the banks, I can work with the banks and tell them, comply the Agri-Agla law sanction, 20% of your portfolios has got to come to us, okay? And before 1 minute na lang, yung eye drops nyo, I just came from Japan, okay? They sell eye drops in 1 to 10 maximum cooling effect. Look at their packaging. So, packaging is one element that we have to work on. And Robert is here. I consult for his theme parks as well. He was saying, Dean, what about vinegar? What about wine? This coconut soy is actually amino acids. I am a drinker of apple cider vinegar. Why not coconut cider vinegar? Okay? And this is amino acids. We can market it, tapatan natin ng brands. Bakit natin pinayayaman ng brands? Yeah, it's called aminos. Yung kanyang coconut soy is aminos. So, I'd like to work with you because I can work the banks. I have been there for 40 years. Okay, thank you.
I am currently working with a group of coconut farmers in the Bundok Peninsula. So if you want space, I can volunteer in the Bundok Peninsula.
Okay. I want to call a meeting after this, right? After we adjourn, Mr. New Leader, let's meet. All you said, meet in that corner. Let's talk about this because let's talk about this, right? Mr.
Okay.
Gomez, that okay? After this.
Let
Thank you.
him lead the ball. He's carrying the ball, so it's up to you if you want that. Okay. Okay. Any more questions? Okay. Go ahead, please.
Sir Jun, can you please enlighten us if you know any cultural management practice that will address this agronomic characteristic of coconut? That if you target cocoa nectar, you will get less of the fruits. Or if you target the fruits as your main product, you will get less of the cocoa nectar. Is it true? Or you
No.
have other...
That's not true. You use art and science, you harvest the nectar, and you have the fruits. Just as much fruits as when you did not harvest the nectar. There is a science in it. That's
Okay,
not true.
Let me get back to your suggestion of a room as big as this, no, and the capital.
Yes.
We cannot put it here. This is not ours. We need space of this size, somewhere maybe in a cheaper area. Maybe.
Come on, let's talk to the missionaries. No?
Well,
Because coconut is in the Bible. Come on, yes.
Well, anyway, we need 100 square meters, right?
100 square meters.
Okay, we need 100. Okay. No. We need 100 square meters. If we can get this, we look for
But it has to be tiled,
Yeah. Okay.
enclosed,
Okay.
glass encased, so that we will just watch outside.
Yeah. If the capital requirement is 100,000
Yes.
pesos, MAP will commit to that. Okay.
That's for the equipment.
Okay. Yeah, for the equipment. Okay. Let's move on. Okay. Let's
One
okay.
quick one lang, no? Din, listen to this, no? So the husk, if you take it out, you can make now charcoal. We need tons and tons of charcoal because of our Samgyup Salamat restaurant. And this charcoal, you can make, saves trees. Kasi if we start doing this, then people will stop cutting trees because the source of the charcoal is the trees, no? So then we help also. So we need a lot of that. So yung 5,000 nuts a day na papasukan natin or whatever, we will take the nuts, the husk, and then include it with the lilies, and then make charcoal. The shell. And the husk as well.
Go ahead. Press the
The
button.
processing place, 1,000 square meters, 100 square meters. We will use the shell for fuel.
Okay, okay.
Different pa yan, ha? I was...
Tapos, yung smoke, there's no pollution. Because we're doing it in Makati. No pollution because the smoke, we will condense it and it is liquid smoke. That's organic fertilizer and pesticide.
There you are.
That's 200 pesos.
The question is the site. Does it have to be here, right here? Can it be
Yeah, let's try.
If we cannot have it here,
Let's see. Let's try
If we
it.
cannot have it here, we'll try it. But if we cannot have it here, let's have an alternative site.
You can do it in your backyard
Okay.
or somebody's place.
All you need is 100 square meters, right?
Yes,
Okay, okay.
at least 100.
Within Metro Manila area.
Yes.
It's not here. Okay.
Sir,
Okay, that's
about
clear.
30 seconds.
Okay.
I'm beside Mr. King and Ernie. Okay. Our water crisis needs deforestation. If we can plant coconut trees out of more seedlings, we have the farm forest resource of MAPAGRI here, and we will be helping the water crisis management.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Any more questions? Anyone? Questions or comments?
Just a clarification, the
Ah.
100,000 is more on working capital. It
Yeah.
does not include the tiles.
No. It includes equipment. It's only equipment, right?
Equipment.
Only
lang.
equipment. Yeah.
Plus equipment.
Yeah. Only capital equipment. Okay. Any more? Any more comments? If not, we will go into private interaction. I think a number of people want to consult with you directly. Is that okay with you? I understand. After our session, yeah. Okay? Nothing else? Okay, then no need to have a presentation because you have been awarded so many times here already. Jun, is that okay with you? If we just say thank you. Okay. Just to remind you, next week, same time, same place. No meeting next week. Okay? Okay. So the next meeting will be 16 to be announced. The speaker will be announced. Okay. It only remains for us to please give another round of applause to Mr. Jun Castillo and we'll form. Okay. Meeting adjourned. See you on the 16th. Thank you. Good morning.